Hello everyone and welcome again to our video tutorial series on the basic concepts of Forex trading. In our first tutorial, we discussed about the margins and margin requirement calculations. In this part 2, we will be discussing our margin call policy and how it works. Now when you don't have any open trades on your account, you would see that account balance equals equity, which equals margin, as shown earlier. However, when you open a trade on your account, then your equity is equal to account balance plus minus the floating profit or loss which you make on your open position. To understand this better, let's get back to our platform. Consider buying one standard lot of the Aussie dollar at the market price. You would see that the balance, equity, and margin are no longer the same. Now since this trade is going against me and I'm losing about $22 right now, so the equity is 99,981, 84, 86, and it will keep on changing as long as the trade is open. But since I'm losing on this position, therefore the equity would always be less than account balance, since equity is equal to account balance plus minus the profit or loss. In this case, it's a loss, therefore equity is account balance minus the loss. Right now the loss is $15, so the equity is 100,000 minus 15, which is 99,985. Now once I close this order, you would see that the balance is equal to equity is equal to margin again. Another thing to note is that equity is also equal to the free margin plus the used margin. Now what is used margin? Used margin is the margin that has been put aside or which has been used as your margin requirement for the trade that you have open. And the free margin at the start of your trading, when you don't have any trade position open, is equal to the account balance. However, as you open a trade position, then the free margin is equal to the equity minus the margin which has been set aside for that open trade. Getting back to the platform, we see for our previous example, over here, since we closed the trade position, balance equals equity equals free margin. Now if I again open another trade position and I'm still losing on that, the equity is changing and this is the margin requirement. This is the used margin and this is the free margin. So what you would notice is that equity is always equal to the sum of your used margin and the free margin. Now as per our margin call policy, the stop out level is 100%. What this means is that if your account equity falls to 100% of your used margin, that is the margin which has been set aside for your open trades, you will get stopped out. So if in this example, assuming that the trade goes horribly against me and the equity falls to my margin requirement, which is 229.05, my trade position would be closed out or liquidated. And that is what we call as being called out or being given a margin call. So this is all about margins, margin calculations, factors affecting margin calculations, and our margin call policy. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video.